Páni, ideme to prúdiť. Ako povedz, komu zvukovú stopu, sklonujem zvukovú stopu, či sedí, či odsýpa, ako má. Dožili sme sa samozrejme strašných časov mentálnej degenerácie a biedy. Toto ani ono. Ukáž, čo je tu? No, vedeme. Toto je ono. Páni, ideme to prúdiť. Ako povedz, komu ukáž, čo je tu? A môžeme to spustiť oficiálne. Takže začíname 786. relaxačný tréningový deň, 13.1.2026 útorok. Máme tu zhýbot žltý 15, 15, 14, 14, 13, 13, 12, 12, 11, 11. Predné, zadné, predné, zadné. Začíname 17.24, pitches majú 16.24, každého pohľadu stojí jeho svastiky. Púšťame týka, pitches ako podmas, prvá séria 15-15, predné, zadné. 17.24.
What's up, gamers? Welcome back to Tico Talks Throne and Liberty. My name is Tico, and I'm the Associate Franchise Lead at Amazon Games for Throne and Liberty. I hope everyone had a fantastic holiday break, and Happy New Year to all of you. We've got some important updates to cover today, so let's jump right into it. Let's start with our upcoming combat balance changes. I want to confirm the details we've been working on and give you the full picture of how we're responding to recent player feedback about game balance. We're implementing significant changes to how bonus damage and damage reduction interact with multi-hit abilities. Starting with our next update, both bonus damage and damage reduction will only apply to the first hit of multi-hit skills instead of every individual hit. This represents a fundamental shift in how these mechanics work, so let me explain what we're doing to compensate and why we're making this change. We're increasing the amount of bonus damage and damage reduction provided across many areas of the game. So this isn't just a straight nerf. Our goal is to rebalance the calculations to create healthier combat interactions. Here's what we expect these changes to accomplish. First, they should significantly reduce the incredibly large burst damage that players have been experiencing from multi-hit classes. You'll still have strong, consistent damage output, but without those extreme spikes that feel impossible to counter. Second, these changes will make tank gameplay require more strategic decision-making. We want to address that invincible feeling tanks sometimes create in combat. Since damage reduction will only apply to the first hit, multi-hit skills will now deal more meaningful damage to tanks than they currently do. This should open up more counterplay options and make those encounters feel more dynamic and skill-based. We're also implementing some additional changes that specifically impact Battlegrounds, and you can check out those details in our full I want to emphasize something important. This is only our first planned balance update. Over the next 2 months, you'll see more tuning for both PvP and PvE as a priority effort. We're taking an iterative approach here, and we'll be monitoring how these changes feel in actual gameplay. We will make further changes or revert changes if they don't have the expected impact. Feedback will be a critical element, and we want to hear more from the community as well, so please keep voicing your opinions. I need to address a lingering technical issue that's been affecting our Xbox players. We've seen an increase in client crashes on Xbox, and I know how frustrating that experience has been. Our team has been working hard to diagnose the root cause, and I'm happy to report that we've been able to get our arms around the issue and identify the most effective solution to greatly mitigate client crashes on Xbox. We're in the final stages of verifying the solution, and we expect to release this in our late January build. We'll keep monitoring, and we're committed to continue doing any further stabilization updates that might be needed. In addition to this, we were also able to find the root cause of the server crash issue that could occur in some specific situations during castle sieges. We deployed a fix for this last week, and I want to thank you all for both your bug reports and your patience as we work to resolve these issues. We know stability is fundamental to
tretia séria 13-13
track this down. With the start of the year here, I want to give you some real insights into the content pipeline over the next few months. On January 29th, we're bringing several exciting updates to the game. Amatoy Expeditions will receive some upgrades. We're adding a new feature that allows players to designate other players to help decorate their houses. We know many of you have been asking for this. We're also introducing a new method for artifact stat selection. And this isn't the full artifact revamp that we had planned for the future, but it should help alleviate some of the frustrations you've experienced with the current system in the meantime. But the biggest update coming in January is the introduction of Tower of Greed. Tower of Greed is a new PvE experience that you can tackle solo or with friends and is accessible at any time. Here's a quick breakdown of how it works. Tower of Greed features 5 sections with 10 floors each. so that's 50 floors in total for you to conquer. Each floor presents different challenges, including monsters, elite monsters, puzzles, and other unique encounters. The floor is randomized, so everyone will have a different experience each time they play. We expect this to help keep the content feeling fresh. We're making Tower of Greed a cyclical 4-week content, giving you plenty of time to complete
12
and earn all the rewards before it resets for another cycle. Along with Tower of Greed, we're also releasing a new adventure and extra codex that continues the narrative after the Calanthea raid. Moving into February, we're also integrating Battlegrounds into the War Games feature, which should make that content more accessible for all of our guilds to start fighting for bragging rights. Then in late March, we're delivering our biggest update of the quarter. This update introduces 2 new co-op dungeons, a new gear slot that expands your character progression, a new Battlegrounds map, and plenty more. By the way, we got lots of good ideas about what new mode we should make, and we've also started our design planning for the new Battleground mode coming later this year. So far, we're really excited about the new mode, but we'll share timing for its release when we have something more concrete. Everything I just outlined for the next few months represents only some of the major highlights of our content roadmap. We have many additional quality of life improvements, features, and content updates coming that I haven't even mentioned yet. I think you're really going to enjoy everything we have planned, and I can't wait for all of you to see what we do. Thanks again for tuning into this month's Tico Talks. I want to reiterate what I mentioned in last month's video.
Posledná 5. séria, 11.11 oficiálne, neoficiálne 12.12, oficiálne 11.11, predné zadné.
That will come alongside our new region expansion later this year. We're building towards something really special. So for today's community question, I want to ask you, is there any content you used to find fun that you feel maybe has run its course and you'd like to see revamped? Please like and subscribe if you want to see more of these videos. I read each and every comment, so let me know down below what you think. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in Silesian.
Dobre, to za nami. Pičus má tiež 7 minút iba? Je, 6 minút na Pičus. Dobre, je to za nami. Čaká to ešte nejaká bačta v Lige retardov. Dobre, je to za nami. To zrekapitulujeme segment. Pičuse majú o hodinu menej, to vieme, to už nebudem opakovať. Takže. Relaxačný tréningový deň číslo 786 je za nami. Bolo 13.1.2026. Skončili sme 17.32, piče som už 16.32, zopakujem teda. Skončili sme 17.32, segment trval 8 minút a 30 sekúnd, stredný čas 8.30.